YouTube! Welcome to week 12. I am 12 weeks and 1 day today. I did not do my video yesterday because I did not do my hair and I was looking like a hot mess. So I'm 1 day late on my video, but that's not too bad. So yeah, I'm so excited to be 12 weeks. I keep thinking I'm 11 weeks for some reason. I keep going to say I'm 11 weeks, but 12 weeks? Awesome! And it was so fun today because I got a lot of congratulations. I went to a salon with my friend Ryan, and she and I got facials. And it was the first time I've ever gotten a facial, so it was pretty exciting. I didn't think I would like it at first, you know, some strange person like rubbing nasty stuff on your face, but it was actually very relaxing, and yeah, I really liked it. It was very soothing, except for this thing that they had, which like had steam, and it blew in your face, and I couldn't really breathe when it was on. It was very comfortable. It felt nice as far as like the feeling on your skin, but it was making it really hard to breathe. And she was super nice. I had the nicest. I don't know what you call a person that does facials. The person that did my facial was super, super nice, and she's really fun to talk to. And actually, she told me that she donates her eggs to infertile couples. So that was so nice. She's making me tear up. She said she recently donated her egg to a couple that had been trying for 7 years with, you know, different types of treatments and stuff, and nothing ever worked. But they tried her eggs, and it worked on the first try. And yeah, they're pregnant, and it's awesome. And I guess another couple she donated eggs to, the lady was so happy because her and the lady look very, very similar. So the lady was really happy because, you know, her kid would look a lot like her still. So, but anyways, she was such a sweet girl, and she was fun to talk to, and I usually hate sitting in like quiet places, and so it was really nice that she liked to talk like me. But anyways, enough about my facial. After that, Ryan and I went and had lunch, and then she'd never been to Babies R Us, so we went to Babies R Us and got to look around, and of course that was super fun, and there was tons of stuff I wanted to buy. But we've decided we're not going to buy anything until we find out what we're having, because, yeah, we're just not. I don't know. I just think it would be a fun thing to do after we find out what we're having, to just go bananas and start buying stuff. But okay, I have a little list for week 11. I wanted to show you my prenatal vitamins that I'm taking. I'm taking these prenatal vitamins. They're by Major. And I really like these. I had tried a different type, but they made it very difficult to go potty. So I really like these. They're not too big, and they're pink. And I don't know why I just took this out and set the bottle. And they smell kind of like strawberry smoothie a little bit. I'm also taking these fish oil ones. And I don't like taking these. These stink. They smell like they're fish oil, and they're huge. These things are like ginormous to me. And I have a really tough time swallowing them. A few of you are wondering if we did anything different the month that we conceived. And no, we didn't. We had decided to wait on the HSG test. Remember, we went to the infertility specialist, and she had scheduled us for one, but she said, you know, why not just go ahead and wait another month or two, because you're not technically considered infertile yet, because we hadn't been trying for 12 months since our miscarriage. So we went ahead and decided to wait. That was on June 14th when we had that appointment. On June 18th, I got Aunt Flo, and then a couple weeks later, on cycle day 14, I got a positive OPK. We had baby danced a couple days before that. We baby danced on the day I got a positive, and we baby danced a couple days after I got the positive. And that's all it took. We really didn't do anything different. We used, what's that stuff called? Now I'm drawing a blank. Pre-seed. We did use pre-seed, so we used pre-seed and we used OPKs. And we baby danced around the time when we should have, but that's all we did. Nothing different. So It was just big G. It was all big G. What else? Some of you were wondering, my last video I had said that when we went to our first prenatal appointment at 7 weeks, that the nurse had told us that we wouldn't get to hear the heartbeat or get an ultrasound before the second trimester. However, as you all know, I did get an ultrasound at 10 weeks and 4 days. The reason is because after that appointment, I went up to the front desk to make my next appointment, and the nurse was trying to schedule me for sometime in September when I would be in the second trimester. However, due to Neil's work schedule, he wasn't going to be able to come with me on any of the days that she was trying to schedule me for, and he wanted to be there the first time that we got an ultrasound. So the nurse went ahead and scheduled us at the end of August, August 31st, instead of in September, which is why we got an early ultrasound at 10 weeks and 4 days instead of the second trimester. So any of those were wondering why we got an early one after they told us we couldn't, that's why. And Pesky PCOS sent me a really cool website. In my last video, I asked you guys if you knew when the second trimester started, because in some of my baby books I have, and my doctor told me it was 12 weeks, but I've heard other of you ladies say 13 weeks and some of you say 14 weeks, so I wasn't sure when the consensus was that the second trimester started. Well, Pesky PCOS sent me a website. It's baby2c, the word baby, the number 2, and then C like you see, SEE.com/trimester_calculator.html. And if you go, I'll put the link underneath, or at least the website, so you can go check it out. But it's a really cool website. I think all you have to type in is the date of your last menstrual period, or you type in your baby's due date. I'm not sure which one I had to type in. But after you type that in, it lists underneath when the second trimester starts based on what you're going by. So if you're going by fetal development, I think that one was 12 weeks. So if your baby book or your doctor is going by fetal development, it's actually 12 weeks when the second trimester starts, because that's when the baby transitions from, I can't remember, being called one thing to being called another thing, and also a lot of the organs are formed, and just basically in the stages of what the baby goes through, 12 weeks is a turnover, so it could be 12 weeks. Another one was by gestational age, and another one was by weeks, I think, but it really just depends on which one your doctor or your book or whatever you're going with is referencing. That's why there's some confusion. So it did answer a lot of questions, and it was really cool to read each reasoning for why they would consider it 12, 13, or 14 weeks would be the second trimester. Whew, that was a lot to say.